Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. We are again at the live and on location at the annual Technical Conference and Vendor Expo, aka ATK, for the Connecticut section of the AWWA. And ladies and gentlemen, our next interview is Mr. Brad Walden, who is a field inspector for Snyder Civil Engineering. So, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming up and giving us a little insight on. Tell me what your day job is.
Yeah. So I'm a field inspector. I do various inspection work for different water companies. Kind of watching the installation of new water main and services.
Okay. And, good. And how long you been with Snyder?
About 2 years now.
Okay. Cool.
So.
All right. Now, going from high school into college, did you have any aspiration as far as what the water industry was about or how you get into it, or
Not too much. My father actually works for DPH, so I had a little bit of insight from him.
Your dad's Cam?
Cam.
Oh,
that's my dad. Yep.
Cam played softball on my against me years and years ago. We used to have a softball league down in Portland. So.
Wow.
Well, it's a small world.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, he's been with DPH now for quite a few years.
A long time, yeah.
A long time,
close to 30 years.
So, yeah. And it's amazing, the people I've interviewed, in my 100 plus podcasts and so forth, and how they got into the water industry. It's 90% of them, it's by happenstance. Is my father knew somebody, or I knew somebody, and my father said, "Hey, think about this or think about that," and but it wasn't, people weren't coming out of high school and saying, "I'm going to go into the water industry,"
right,
and so forth. It's just not, it just didn't happen that way. So where did you go to school?
I went to Wentworth in Boston.
Okay, the Fen 5.
Yep.
Yeah, my daughter went to Wheelock.
Yep.
Okay.
I think they call it the Colleges of Fenway.
Yeah, the Fen 5. Yeah. So I think it's Emerson, Wheelock, Wentworth,
Emmanuel,
and
is it MCPHS?
Mass College of Pharmacy.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And all my money went to Boston because my daughter went to Wheelock, and then she did her post-grad at BU, and my son went to Berklee College of Music. So.
Oh, wow.
So all my money went to Boston.
Yeah.
Anyway, so where did you graduate high school?
I graduated E.O. Smith in Storrs.
Okay. Out in the eastern part of the state. So again, and where'd you go to college?
Wentworth.
Oh, Wentworth.
Yeah.
Hello. You got to forgive me. I get that CRS disease. Can't remember stuff.
That's all right.
Whatever. So, when you got, how did you find your way to Snyder?
So my father knew Steve Melanson.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, I knew Steve, and
Mr. Fuller.
Yep.
Mr. Fuller, he got the Fuller Award last year.
Gotcha.
And so forth, yes.
So, yeah, that kind of worked my way in. I had a little bit of experience from a prior job, kind of working in the water, wastewater side of things, doing more design work. Uh-huh. And, I wanted to actually go into the field and watch how the installation, how things are actually put together.
How it's all
It's hard to... I think as a young engineer, it's hard to design stuff without actually seeing it be done.
Exactly.
So getting that field experience.
Well, it's a whole different, from what's on paper and what's in the ground.
Right.
Because a lot of time what's on paper doesn't work in the ground.
Exactly. Yep.
And that's hence one of you guys, that's why they need you people in the field, to make sure that, this is the spec, this is the project, and, you get to a point and say, no, that's not going to work there.
Right.
Okay, we're going to have to,
got to make adjustments.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a change order, call an audible on this one.
Right.
As far as that goes. So what utility are you working with now as far as inspection?
It's all water. Just water main, water services.
Okay. Are you working with what, regional or?
I work with kind of all of them. Regional, Aquarion, Connecticut Water, MDC. Right now I'm working with MDC.
Okay. All right, cool. That's good.
Yep.
Water main installation?
Yep, water main and services.
Okay. What West Hartford?
Right now I'm in Hartford, actually.
In Hartford, okay. Yep. What size water main are you working with
now? It is 8-inch ductal.
Yes. They go from there. So, fantastic. When you went to Wentworth, what was your path of study there?
So when I did my senior design, I was on the environmental side.
Okay.
But I mean, the courses you take kind of cover a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say I focus specifically in one thing.
Okay.
But I mean, civil engineering is a very broad subject, so you can kind of do a lot of things with it, which is really nice.
Have you gotten your PE yet?
I haven't, but I have my EIT, and I actually plan to take my PE this year.
Good.
So.
And what area on mechanical or?
That I haven't decided yet.
Well, it's a broad brush there,
right?
You got a lot of options.
And I know I've heard some areas are a little easier than others when you take your PE.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. As far as that goes, so for sure. Now, where are you going to do your post grad? Have you figured that out yet?
No, I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. There's plenty of options out there.
Right.
Just add money and stir.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. So.
Yep.
Anyway, well, that's great. I think. Did you get any advice from Dad?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of, find what you like. There's a lot of options out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a crazy amount, but
okay.
Kind of find something you're passionate about and
go for it.
Yeah, and go for it.
That's great. Well, I mean, the nice thing about careers in the water industry, they're a secure occupation. They're not. And I keep telling everybody, every podcast, okay, it's not something that you can outsource, okay?
Right.
You can't take it across the pond. You need people in the boots on the ground to do the inspections, to put the pipe in the ground, to, run the filtration plants, run the well houses and so forth. So it's a secure occupation. And it's it's very well paid,
Right.
You go from there, you can make some decent money and, a lot of people, and that's what I'm trying to focus too on getting younger kids that are in, and not everybody is meant to go to college. So, but there are opportunities to be a wastewater or water operator that you can get your certification, okay, and make a very decent living,
right?
Doing
Definitely.
that, as far as that goes. And like I say, most utilities, we have the. In Connecticut, we have obviously the municipals, which Portland is, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We have the investor-owns, which you got Connecticut Water and Aquarion. You got the quasi-publics, which are basically regional water and MDC. So you've got a wide vast of water utilities that are regulated in different through different lenses, so to speak. To go from there. But yeah, On the personal side, I don't know if Dad told, I also have a music store, okay? And,
nice.
We have, my altar life is in the music industry. And my degree is actually in music. Go figure.
Yeah.
But anyway, do you have any favorite bands?
Not off the top of my head, no.
What kind of music do you like to listen to?
I like some hip hop. I like country.
Okay.
Some classic.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of that stuff.
Okay. You remember what your first concert?
I think my first concert was Florida Georgia Line. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. Florida Georgia. I used to book entertainment for the Hebron Fair.
Yep.
And we got this is quite a few years ago, Florida Georgia Line to come out there. They had 30,000 people.
Oh, wow.
That came and so forth. And the thing that I will always remember, those guys are great. They're real gentlemen. And we had booked them prior to them really hitting it big.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave us a price and to be at the fair and so forth. And after they hit it big, they could have quadrupled their price. They didn't. they held their price. They came in, and we had 30,000 people there.
Wow, that's awesome.
It was an awesome concert. And it was a Sunday afternoon at the Hebron Fairgrounds and Florida Georgia Line. It was awesome. So, anyway, okay. So some of the other questions I ask. Okay, desert island food. If you got stuck on a desert island, what food could you eat every day?
Oof, that's a tough one. Gotta think about this one. Could always go for some pizza.
Pizza. You know that's the third one today.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, pizza is very high on the list. Comfort food. Pizza, pasta. Occasionally sushi sneaks in there as far as that goes. So
I wouldn't pick that one.
No, again, that's acquired taste, but whatever. Yep. Either would I. But anyway, if you got what's your hobbies? What do you? Like
so I play I like basketball a lot. Growing up, that was kind of my the thing I did all year round was play basketball.
Okay.
I played in a pool league for a little bit. Do that. I was coaching basketball too.
Nice.
Yeah, and I work out. Those are kind of my.
Well, that's good.
My hobbies.
Working out is good. You know, right now my extent of working out is getting up every day.
Yeah.
putting the feet on the floor, but
it's tough. But once you kind of stick with it and get into a routine, you know.
No, I get since I retired, I've been even prior to retiring, I live pretty close to Portland High School, so every morning I get up and I go up to the track up at the high school, and I do a mile or 4 laps around.
Very good.
And so it gets me my steps.
Yep.
I usually try to get at least 10,000 steps a day, so at least that keeps the body parts moving.
Right.
As far as that goes. So anyway, now where do you play basketball?
Right now it's more just kind of pickup.
Okay. Nice.
But and then I coach for a team in Manchester.
Oh, okay. So. All right. Now, where do you live? Manchester?
No, I live in Wellington.
Oh, out east.
Out east.
Out east.
Middle of nowhere.
In the middle of well, that's all right. This, it's the quiet corner.
Yeah, right.
So to speak. Whatever. So anyway, all right, Brad. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of The Future of the Water and Wastewater Industry, and Mr. Brad Walden's in the house from Snyder Engineering. So, Brad, thanks for telling us a little about your day job. So,
no problem.
Have a great show.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you.